I'll even eat my own ass. Welcome back to Dumb and Broke. I'm Bryan.
And I'm Chelsea.
It's been a while.
I want to say it feels like it's been a while, but it actually has been almost 2 weeks.
It's been almost 2 weeks since we recorded. Obviously, we haven't missed a beat on an episode.
Right.
Because we record on Tuesdays, but every time we get back from a trip, we're like, do you want to do...
I'm tired.
Yeah.
We're just not feeling our highest energy.
Yeah. So if you're watching this on the day it comes out, we literally recorded this yesterday. So... yeah, right? Tomorrow's Monday?
Yeah. So this is going to be a real-time update.
Yeah. Well, yeah, now we have like more grounds to cover. But I think first things first, because...
I'm the realist.
Because last week, one of like the major focuses of the podcast and the title was about tennis. It
was about tennis.
I think we should let the people know how we did in tennis.
Should we let them? Is that really necessary?
I think we did well.
We did. I beat someone.
Yeah. Are you not proud of yourself?
I'm proud of myself.
You should be.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I've said this a few times, like off the pod, but you really surprised me. Like, and I know this every time I say it, it sounds like an insult, but
it shouldn't be.
But I'm saying
I don't play tennis.
You were way better than I thought you'd be.
Thank you.
Like I know we joke about being delusional, but I really thought this is like peak delusion where like I didn't have it in me to say like maybe you shouldn't play the tournament.
Is that what you were thinking?
Slightly, because I was worried that you weren't even gonna like win.
That I was gonna lose so bad that I just wouldn't have fun.
Yeah, I was worried about that. But,
see, and this is where the unrealistic optimism just like it never goes away.
But it wasn't that unrealistic because you were actually
no,
decent.
I know, because then I'm like, and then I have this experience. So the next time I go into, I mean, I get humbled for sure, but so I just ride that high. It keeps me unrealistic for the next thing, and then for the next thing, and then for the next thing. So I just live my life. I think they call that, there's like a TikTok trend that's called lucky girl syndrome.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Yeah, it's just the mindset of thinking that you're lucky. I think I have that. I don't know how to tell people to get it.
Yeah, they say like just like continue telling yourself things, and I guess it comes true. Like
have a huge ego, and everything will work out for you.
I have a boyfriend.
Mine is just everyone's in love with me. Everyone's in love with me.
They kind of are. I mean, in Atlanta, everyone was in love with you.
I mean, they were also the girls and the gays.
Yeah, they loved you.
I loved them.
You got a compliment like left and right.
It was such a safe space.
Yeah, I love that for you. Especially when I'm like standing right next to you. And, like, she's just getting so many compliments, and I'm just like, okay.
You're just in a world of gays.
Yeah.
I was the one straight female.
Yeah.
I was so unique and quirky.
Damn, yeah, you were the standout in the gay community.
Yeah, you get your gay moment all the time.
Okay. Anyways, but we did really well, I think. I mean, last week we were like, or I said, I hope the only way we get to like face off each other was in the final, and we kind of got our wish.
We did.
So, I mean, it was in like the losers bracket. We were the top 2 losers of the week.
Top 2 losers. I'll take it.
Right. I mean, we got a medal.
Right.
So, if you lose in the first round, like both Chelsea and I did, you get put into a consolation bracket. And in that bracket, Chelsea and I made our way to the final and faced each other. And also, like I predicted, I won.
That's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. But in mixed doubles was really fun. I had more fun playing mixed doubles, even though it may not have seemed that way.
We got there.
Our first match, I know I wasn't that pleasant.
But we've never played a sport together. One, and neither of us have really like mastered double. I mean, me for sure has not. So I'm like, I'm like asking you, I'm like, where do I move? Just tell me where to go. And then we learned communication. It was like every other relationship, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm like, that me on the tennis court, like with a partner, is actually really reflective of how I am in relationships in like a negative way, because I can be so negative, and I was like, it's really embarrassing.
Now that you say that, I think, and I will take over. I will be the communicating. Yeah. Bump.
Yeah.
And I don't like that about myself either.
Well, if you were to have fed my negativity, it would have been bad. Like,
oh yeah.
So
I wouldn't have done that.
I needed you to be like, it's okay. I was like,
unrealistic optimism.
Yeah.
Yet again.
I don't know. I wasn't genuinely mad at you. There were certain moments where I'm just like, I don't know. I just hate to fucking lose.
Yeah.
And like, so if I can blame someone else for losing, it makes me feel better. Like, you know what I mean? So if you fucked up on a play, I'm like, I have.
If it wasn't for Chelsea, I'd be fucking winning right now.
Yeah. So it's like, it makes me feel better, which is horrible. You know what I mean? Like, I can put the blame on someone else, but we got through it and we got second place.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't even think, if it weren't for those first couple where we were like working out our communication, I don't think we would have gotten first. And I think that makes me feel.
Oh, like you think there was no way we were going to get first?
I don't think we would have gotten first.
I think we were fighting for second place the whole tournament.
Right. So, but there's also something about that because you hate to go into something where you're thinking, oh, if only this, we would have gotten first place. But I don't feel that way.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. But it was fun. Yeah.
It was fun.
Would you do it again?
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like getting more, like, because I used to play a lot of tennis back when I lived in Florida, and it's been so long, and now I'm like feeling inspired, and the US Open has been going on, and that's been fun to watch, and now I'm just like, I want to keep playing tennis.
Let's play tennis. I think it reaffirmed that I think I could be a country club wife.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure, but now, I think I can do it.
That would be nice.
You want me to wake up and play tennis in the morning? I have a pro that will teach me lessons.
A hot young Spanish man.
Right. Before I go back to my billionaire husband. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, my dream is to have a tennis court in my backyard one day.
Wow,
it's gonna happen.
I believe it.
It's going to happen. I'd prefer that over like a pool. No, I want both, but
why not both?
Yeah, right. So, should we talk about our near-death experience on the way back from Atlanta?
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know about you, but I genuinely thought Monday was our last day on Earth.
I'm with you. And I think that situation shows how we handle fear.
Oh my God, yeah. So we were literally about to land at LaGuardia. We must have been like...
I had gotten service. That's how low we were.
Right. We were about to hit the runway, right? Mm-hmm. And we're about to hit the runway.
Better work.
You know what I mean? And the plane goes right back up. And no announcement. And it's just going up. And to the right is the lovely Empire State Building. What a lovely, pretty view. And
we start to take a little turn towards it.
We started making a little turn towards the building. And I think I go to you because I'm in the middle seat. Chelsea's in the window seat. And I'm like, Chelsea, we're going back up, right?
As he watches me just staring intently out the window.
And you were like, yeah, I wasn't. What would you say? You were like...
I said, yeah, I wasn't sure if that was a thing, but I am so internal when I'm scared and I freeze. So I was just, in my head, I'm like, wow, this would make perfect sense. Why hijack a plane that's going to Minnesota or something and turn around and draw attention when you can just hijack a plane that's already going to New York,
right? And
then, take it down.
That we'd even say that to each other, but that's what we were saying to each other. And then the announcement comes on, and
sorry guys.
Yeah, literally. I don't even know what he said. Something about space issue, another plane had to land, blah blah blah. But damn, you didn't know that 5 minutes sooner.
As you were going up,
I
could have been hey.
I just genuinely thought that was it. But the weird part about it is, so most people know, I'm a little terrified of flying. Turbulence, even like the slightest bit of turbulence will have my palms dripping. Like I'll touch your thigh and your thigh is like soaking wet. Mm-hmm. In this moment, it wasn't that. Like I was dry, but I was so calm about it too. Almost if I wanted it to happen. No,
we were at peace with the fact that this was it for us.
The thing is, it was like, what could we possibly do? Like,
there was nothing.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
A shaky plane is like scary. It's like, you know what I mean? But that is just like, well, got the short end of the stick this time. Like,
here we go.
Yeah. Like,
right.
Maybe I'll just crack a little joke, make Chelsea laugh out loud one more time.
I kind of think we would have. If we just saw that coming, we were going to be like, love you, dog.
This is so quirky of us. Like, oh my God.
Oh my God, I'm literally dead.
Dead. Oh my God. Yeah, I guess. And then, so we were talking about it on the way back, like in the Uber. And it's kind of funny. We were like, well, at least we get to go to work tomorrow. How disappointing. In a way, I was like, well, cool.
That's it. It was a point where you're thinking, you're like, I can finally rest. I'm gonna sleep in.
Yeah. Also, like, my delusional mind, I feel like I would survive it somehow. Like, I'd be like the one survivor of a...
Oh, I wouldn't. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, I guess maybe reincarnation could be a thing. What do I come back as?
Yeah, that's a fun thought.
Hope I come back as something cool. I think that's the best case scenario in my head.
I hope I come back as like a dog with like a rich family.
I just want to be somebody's golden retriever.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be loyal.
Yeah.
I'll be loyal. I'll be sweet.
Yeah.
You give me a nice cushy pad and don't make me too much. Well, I can do a couple tricks.
I'll even eat my own ass.
Stupid.
Listen, if I could do that now, I wouldn't need a man. I wouldn't be on the podcast being like, I want a boyfriend. I want a boyfriend. Just kidding.
Kinda.
Could you imagine?
No.
Sorry.
No, I wouldn't.
When you run out of things to talk about, you just talk about like, could you imagine eating your own? I think I'm deleting this part.
What else have you been up to?
Not much.
Work. Same. I'll be honest, I'm a little hungover right now.
I kind of love to hear it.
Yeah.
I feel like
I took the message last week of make Chelsea young again, loud and clear. But also, to be fair, it was a Saturday. So.
Yeah, I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's nice. So I feel like
it's not nice. To be straight.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, I was hungover a little bit yesterday. Not too bad, but that's what else is new. Every Saturday I'm hungover.
But I also had a single shot of tequila. One. And maybe 2 or 3 drinks. Yeah. Including dinner. So yeah, I blame fully the 1 shot of tequila that I had.
Yeah. Tequila will do it for you. Mm-hmm. I don't fuck with tequila. But did you have a good time?
I did. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I went with my brother and his girlfriend, my brother Seth and his girlfriend Jess, and we went to one of their friends' new bars in New York, it was cool. I think we all went to dinner and just kind of had a conversation that was like, yeah, club scene isn't really like our thing, but we're going to embrace it tonight. And I think that was where the shot of tequila came from.
You went to a club?
We were embracing a club.
Oh my God.
Club vibe.
What club?
It's called Laissez-Faire. Oh. Laissez-Faire?
I don't know.
I think that's how it's
Never
said.
Been there.
Yeah. Well, it's brand new.
Oh, nice.
I think it's in NoHo.
Cool.
But it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a club.
It was a club.
It was a club.
I just was at a bar and watched the U.S. Open women's final, which was really fun, and then watched some college football.
Football is back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My USF Bulls won yesterday.
Yeah. I have so much riding on the Dallas Cowboys today. The bet we made in Vegas. I made a bet in Vegas for the Dallas Cowboys.
For this game today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
And then I didn't realize it was that far in advance, but it was an investment. And then I joined what is called like a suicide pool. You can only pick one team each week. And if
Trigger warning. We can't say that word without.
Text. Sorry. And then you bet on a team that you think is going to win. And then you make it to the next week. But you can only pick the team once. So you have to go through all the teams and hope that all the teams win. But it's a pool of like 200 plus people. So if you win first place, it's like $2,500.
Oh shit. That'd be nice.
That would be nice. And I picked the Cowboys today. So
are they supposed to be good this year?
I mean, you always hope.
You always hope. I don't give a shit.
And then one of my clients is a huge Giants fan. So last year we made the same bet. That's the next session would be double or nothing. If the Cowboys win, he pays me double. If they lose, he pays me nothing. So we have the same bet this year. Last year I won. This year,
how much do you win?
Well, I charge him $100 an hour, so it'd be $200.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. That's fun. I'm not a big football fan, but I find college football more fun and entertaining.
A lot of people think it's more authentic or like pure, I guess.
I also feel like if you go to there's like more like pride of your college winning than like, I mean,
I guess I can see how that would make sense, but I just didn't go to a college with a big.
Yeah. Cause like, I don't know, like not everyone is from like a big city that you know what I mean? Like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like I mean, I guess I can claim that I lived in Tampa for like 8 years, but if you lived in Tallahassee and you're repping the Miami Dolphins just because it's like a Florida team, it's not like the same level of like pride. You know what I mean?
I don't. I mean, where I'm from, there wasn't a team, but like 3 hours away is the Cowboys.
Yeah. So it's like
the closest.
It's the closest. So I'm just like comparing it into like there's nothing wrong with it. Like you love Dallas Cowboys, but it's like, I feel like there's more reasons to be prideful of your like college.
And surrounded by it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't care that much.
Sports. You feel that way when you drink orange juice?
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, it hurts.
Like, why?
I saw a, like, would you rather think you're about to drink orange juice and it ends up being milk? Or would you rather go in thinking you're about to have a sip of milk, but it ends up being orange juice?
I think I would rather think I was drinking orange juice and it's milk.
I think the opposite. I think
orange juice has a tang that would surprise me, rather than milk would be like, oh, I was expecting tangy, but this is milk.
I think that's fair, but I think I would be like, because milk is like, I would think that the orange juice is so horribly like bad and wrong, whereas like orange juice, I feel like I would recognize it right away. I'd be like, oh, that's definitely orange juice. You know what I mean? But if I was drinking orange juice and it ends up being milk, I would be like, I think I'd be super confused. I don't know.
I stand firm in my answer.
I'm so glad we got that out of the way. Ugh. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. No. My TikTok algorithm has been pissing me off lately, and I've been jumping in the comment section lately. I am like ready to fight.
Well, that makes sense. It just keeps like regurgitating the same information because you're commenting.
Now I'm commenting. Right. So like, yeah, I'm feeding.
You're doing this to yourself.
I am. But this is like, and this, we probably have talked about this before because this conversation is so fucking tired. But people keep putting Beyonce and Taylor Swift against each other, like pitting them against each other. And like, what I'm seeing a lot of are like Beyonce fans, really, like Beyonce fans are being asked like, oh, like who's better, Beyonce or Taylor Swift? And like the fans are like, oh my God, it's not even a comparison. Like, how are you going to like Taylor who? Like just like really dismissive of Taylor. And obviously as a Swiftie, as you are, like that really bothers me.
Right.
And mainly because like, I feel like from what I see, and maybe this is just my algorithm, when Taylor Swift fans are asked the question, they're just like, they're not like dismissive of Beyonce. Like no one's going to be dismissive of Beyonce. There's like, and I feel like there's like a lack.
There's room for both.
There's room for both, and like I feel like there's like a lack of respect of what Taylor Swift does amongst Beyonce fans, and I don't think Taylor Swift fans dismiss Beyonce's talent. And I feel like if this podcast like was bigger than it was, someone would clip that and be like, yeah, but because it's like, they would say like, yeah, because Beyonce's talent is like, they would clip this and dismiss Taylor Swift once again. And I just think it's like, one, so stupid that we're having this conversation because they don't do the same thing.
Yeah.
They're not like,
they're just two powerful women.
Yeah.
Period.
They're arguably the two most.
It would almost be like somebody asking me that question, Beyonce or Taylor Swift, and I'm like, but what about Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah. Another one who does something completely different. Like, it's just like, I feel like that conversation is so tired. And it's like, yeah, because they're both on tour right now. Their tours are like doing so well.
Yeah, I think that is it.
Yeah.
And they're both in a very similar scenario where people are just paying tons and tons of money to just try and get a chance to see their tour, and both of their tours are incredible, and they're talking about the global impact of both of them. So it's almost like people are feeling like they have to choose between, well, this one's doing better and this one's doing better, and it's like, okay, who fucking cares? They're both doing great.
Yeah, and like I guarantee you they are not worried about each other.
Right.
And like when like Harry Styles and Ed Sheeran are touring at the same time, no one is comparing them to, like, literally no one. I don't see that. It's just so aggravating. And I just like hate.
It's catty. It's catty.
Yeah. And it's women doing this too. Like women are leading this conversation. There was this one TikTok going around where.
Could you imagine asking a straight man, okay, but who's better, Beyonce or Taylor Swift? They go,
Yeah. No, I actually hate what they would say. They're like, they both suck. Like, they would be like, Drake. Which, never mind. But there was this TikTok going around of, I guess this person was asking like what they thought of Taylor Swift. And this woman was like, Taylor Swift, she pretends to be all about feminism, but she actually uses it to her advantage to make it. She uses it with her fans so that her fans protect her so that she can never, be wrong, or like something along those lines. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Something along those lines is like it's like reverse feminism. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they're all basing that off of the Ice Spice situation, which was a little on our girl.
What, like the Maddie Healy?
Yeah, the Maddie Healy, like Ice Spice, that wasn't necessary. But I mean, I don't think that it was like I don't think that's like this is me showing that I'm a feminist, so you can't say anything to me kind of thing. Yeah,
I feel like those collabs, like, they don't like happen in the next, like, those are like thought out collabs. I
definitely think that had something to do with the Maddie Healy situation.
You think so?
Yes.
I think
Why else would you?
I think it was because Ice Spice is like the hottest new thing, and Taylor is a marketing genius, and she's like, I need to jump on this bandwagon almost.
Oh, I disagree with you there.
Yeah?
I feel like that was a PR thing.
Two things could be right at the same time.
Right. True. Ice Spice is up and coming and a great artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's working with her. Like, Nicki Minaj jumped on with her. I mean, it's like the smart thing to do. Like, Taylor Swift is rumored to be working with Bad Bunny because Bad Bunny's like streaming numbers are fucking insane.
Yeah.
Which I can't imagine that being any good. I hate stupid collaborations. I don't like collaborations unless it's like it truly makes sense.
Oh, I will take a Bon Iver Taylor Swift collaboration on every album moving forward. Yeah.
That one is like, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, especially on like a folk album, you know what I mean? That like, it meshes well, but like.
Just collabing because you're two successful artists.
To me, that's always like dumb.
Right.
Like, I remember when like Nicki Minaj and Adele were both like coming up, people were like, oh my God, when are you guys going to collab? And it's like, what the hell are they going to do together? Like, that's so stupid. So like, I can't even imagine what a Taylor Swift and Bad Bunny collab would sound like. Like, what if Taylor starts?
But I mean, most of Taylor Swift's collabs, they don't really have a lot. The collaborators don't really have a lot in the actual song. Yeah. Like the Lana Del Rey original one was
Like,
she was literally just harmonizing.
all the memes that came after that, it was like people pretending to be Lana Del Rey, like in the booth, and she would like just like step up to. So good, I love that.
Yeah, so maybe Bad Bunny, like, who knows what he'll say?
He'll just be like, "Bad Bunny, baby." I don't know. But anywho, I mean, ready to get controversial?
Always.
Yes. All right. This week's controversial opinions are as follow. Okay, number 1. Both religion and sexuality should be taught in schools.
I agree. I obviously, I don't think in terms of... I don't think there should be bias in any of it, even including religion, I think. But I think they should know what each religion entails, what they believe.
The values of that religion.
Yeah. Right. And how it came about. Yeah. I think the actual facts of religion. I find religion so fascinating.
Yeah.
So I would love to learn about that. And then sexuality, definitely.
Yeah.
I think all the different aspects. Also, I was watching The Ultimatum, which is trash TV at its finest.
Is that like a reality show?
Yeah, where one spouse gives the other an ultimatum, and then they have to switch partners, and it's like a whole to like test the relationship. It's silly, but one of the guys on there said something about the question was, what do you wish you had learned about sex in school? And I think that his answer was, I wish it was taught as not necessarily a means to an end, kind of like less of like to get someone pregnant or just the actual facts of it, which is, I guess, different than what I'm saying about religion, but more about like how it works in a relationship and like the benefits of intimacy and like how, something about making it great for you and your partner and things. I guess more like the psychology of sex and sexuality.
Yeah.
But
I could see that in like a psychology class, and then like, you're like learning about like sexuality and like psychology and sexuality. But I agree. Like I think religion should be taught, but not in like a worshiping way. Like praise Jesus, like not like in that, but like what religion is about. And because I mean, religion is history. I mean, even to this day, religion like rules a lot of countries and nations, you know, like we still have yet to see a president that wasn't Christian, you know, like there's never been like a Jewish, because there really isn't a separation of church and state like they claim it to be. But yeah, so I think it's important, and sexuality, of course. And I think it's really fucking sad that like that's being removed from a lot of schools' curriculum. So, yeah.
Have you seen all the stuff about them banning books?
Yeah.
That is wild.
It is so wild.
Like have you guys not watched every movie ever made about any of this? It never ends well.
Yeah.
It never ends well. Why are we doing that?
Yeah, I'm worried for our future. Just gonna like
just rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
One day at a time.
But luckily there's so much information like out there, like, you know what I mean? Like, and kids are like smarter than they've ever been. There's more resources. So I don't know.
Right. If somebody doesn't, they can always get their hands on whatever book they want.
Yeah. All right. Next. Astrology is a load of bullshit.
Okay. I kind of disagree.
Yeah.
I feel like the more I've gotten into it, the more it kind of makes sense.
I wouldn't say it's a load of bullshit. I think you and I say this all the time. We like, and maybe you're changing a little bit. I take it with a grain of salt.
You do take it with a grain of salt. I mean, I'm not looking at where the moon is every day and be like, okay, this is how my day is going to go. But I usually do look at it more in hindsight, and then I'll look at something and be like, oh, okay, that kind of made sense.
Yeah, you're like Mercury's in Gatorade, so like.
Yeah. But I'm not like not like Mercury's in retrograde. And my friend Laura, she said she howled when she was listening to the podcast with her husband. She goes, because I'm always talking about Mercury in retrograde. She goes, I love it. And he does not agree. She said, I thought that was hilarious.
I feel like astrology are for the girls and gays.
Right. Because we get it.
Yeah.
If you get it, you get it.
Yeah.
If you don't, sorry.
It's like a language. It's like our language. It's a way that we can like, just explain ourselves and also make, explain men too. Sometimes it's
right. And I think it's always, I think when it becomes a problem is when you start to like blame your personality on, oh, well, this is this, or like you are shitty in communication. You're like, well, sorry, Mercury's in retrograde.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, just do better.
I can't blame it.
Do better.
You can't blame me. I'm just an Aries, so like that's who I am.
I actually can't blame you.
Yeah.
I can blame you for a lot of things. Be better.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. I disagree too. I don't think it's a load of bullshit, and I feel like I may have said this before, but like, it's just as valid to me as like religion. Like if people want to like live their life to the stars, like in astrology, like, and if someone who's super religious is, saying that's a load of bullshit, how is yours any more valid? In fact, at least there's a little bit of science to back up astrology. You're just like putting all your faith into a book that was written by incompetent men.
But I think it's also just something that I completely forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, I agree.
What were you saying? Damn. It was good.
I'm sure it was so good. I'm sure it was groundbreaking.
I caught myself and I was like, no, you're going to be talking. You're going to be talking. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. It didn't come back.
It's fine. Let's move on. And, if it comes back, it comes back. All right. Everyone should work in the food service industry at least once in their lives.
Agreed.
Yeah. I think, I agree. It
shows when you haven't.
Totally.
It shows when you haven't.
I would say serving was the hardest job I've ever had. To this day, it's the hardest job I've ever had.
It's the most emotionally pulling.
Yeah, and physically too. It is a lot.
It is a lot.
I would have like PTSD for like weeks about like stupid things. Like I remember like after a shift, I'd be like finally like in my bed, and I'd be like, oh my God, I forgot to give 43 the side of ranch. Like I just never did it.
It haunts you. I still have waiting table dreams where I got triple sat at one time and I like can't find my name tag or something. And it's just, it's stressful. There's nothing quite like a trauma bond with your waitstaff coworkers. Yeah. There's no friendship better because you guys went through it.
Yeah.
Through it together. Yeah. You may not have anything else in common. It's like you and a line cook, server and the line cook. Uh-huh. You should not date. But there's love there like, because you're both going through it.
It sounds like you might have done that once or twice.
I didn't have a line cook relationship. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like those moments where you're like, it's like fucking like 8 p.m. rush hour basically in the restaurant, and like you have like those moments where you just like pass by one of your fellow servers and you're like, bitch.
Or you're just sitting there rolling silverware at the end of the shift and you're just hashing out. But I think that's the thing is I don't think people that haven't worked in food service are intentionally being mean. They just have no clue what that they have unrealistic. There's an air of entitlement because you have no clue what this person is going through to bring you your food, or they'll be like, oh, the server didn't even really do much. And I'm like, okay, well, that's because we weren't necessarily a needy group, not because they're not running around or having that anxiety. We're paying for their anxiety here.
It's really easy for someone who's going to a restaurant to think that like it's all about you and like completely disregarding everything else that's going on around you. Because like servers are freaking like they're not even just worrying about their own tables. Like, I don't know about you, but like I had to like run food out for tables that weren't mine.
You had to sing a stupid ass birthday song with a group for,
meanwhile, you haven't peed in like 6 hours. You haven't eaten in 12 hours. Like, it's a lot.
There is nothing like going into a restaurant that you used to work, eating, and then going to the bathroom. And you're kind of like, ooh, I used to cry here, or just sit here for like 60 seconds of silence. Yeah. And then you go in there and you're like, wow, I don't have that feeling anymore. And that feels great.
Yeah. I agree. Everyone should do it.
Right. And don't be a dick otherwise.
Tip your servers. Next. Men should be forbidden from going topless in all places women are. I agree.
I mean, what places in particular? The beach?
Yeah.
Like,
don't get me wrong. I want to see some topless men.
Right.
But it's just like, okay, a couple things. I've been watching Big Brother. Mm-hmm. Do you watch Big Brother?
No.
But I'm just like trying to get on the show.
Manifesting.
So I'm manifesting. I think we talked about this already. But there's this one guy on there who's like, I think he's like a professional swimmer. I think he's like maybe like even